My name is Detu. I came to the Albany, June 16, 2009.
I'm Debbie Taylor, and I live in East Greenbush, New York. I'm a volunteer mentor with the U.S. Committee on Refugees and Immigrants. And as a volunteer mentor, I help new families adjust to life in the United States. And I've started working 2.5 years ago with the Karenni Burmese community. I met Sue in June of 2009, and she actually had another volunteer working with her who has since moved away. But in order to speak to my family, I needed to speak to her, and she needed to translate, and she does that with all of the families.
I came to America June 16, 2009, so almost 2 years. Yeah, 2 years or 3 years. Yeah. I work in the Burma, so we live in the village. Yeah, it's not the tourist village. So our hall is we made the hall is bamboo. So our village we have 100 houses in the village. If the parent do have enough the money, so our kids cannot go to the school. Yeah, and then I'm learn like silver green. So we have a big problem. The Burmese soldier came to our village, stay like for 3 months, 4 months. So we have to stay in the jungle a long time, no more school, and then our people, some people they get malaria, sick, and some people like children we don't have the nurse, we don't have the doctor, the people then in the jungle or in the Karenni refugee camp war, if the people who have run in the jungle, so everybody can go to the refugee camp.
I read about the U.S. Committee on Refugees and Immigrants. I was really surprised to learn how many people in Albany are immigrants, that there is so many people coming into this area, and having lived here my whole life, I did not realize that at all. Now we have people coming from Nepal and various tribes from Burma, the Karen, the Chin, the Shah, but the Karenni people are, from some remote villages and are the neediest in terms of adjustment. When they first came here in the summer of 2009, most of these people did not know each other in the camp. They didn't know each other at all. They had left their families, they left the home that they had known to come here for a better life for their children. And what they found here is something totally different than what they had at home. Even though they're given some classes in how to use bathroom facilities, how to use door handles and all of that, it's so foreign to them. They grew up without electricity or running water. So having that change plus the climate change, having the severe winters was difficult. The Karenni language is a unique language. There's at least 75 languages in Burma, I found out. And in the refugee camps, they were broken down into specific camps by ethnic tribe. There was a Karen camp with about 20 or 30,000 people. There's a Karenni camp, the same, 30,000 people. Karenni camp 1 and 2. And State 2 was a teacher in the camp, and she spoke English and taught English. So when she came here to the United States, she at least had, she had an understanding of the language, which is very rare, for the Karenni people. She had spent 20 years in a refugee camp in northern Thailand, and when she came here, everyone realized how desperately they needed her, because there is no, they use language lines in doctor's offices, but there is no Karenni translator. She has 2 days a week off, and those days are taken up by her volunteer work in helping the members of the community, the Karenni people, with doctor's appointments, but also, with anything at all, whether it's going to Department of Social Services for food stamps, or helping them read their mail or understand. And then basically we have a system where the people will go to State 2, and she will keep a pile of papers for me or call me, and then I relay back to her, and then she goes back to the people. And that's true with the other mentors as well. She's the only one we have, so we know that, she's pivotal in the community.
In the school, if the children, the parents want to come and pick up the 550, but the parent didn't know about it, so the teacher could tell me, please call me this. The children's father, they give me name, I have to let them know, and call the parent and let the teacher know. Sometimes in the UNHCR call me for if they need translator, like one family who like to apply the green card, so they don't understand, so I have to go and do the translator. Sometimes someone would like to volunteer the people, but they cannot communicate each other. I have to go the people house and translate for them. Yes.
She's the most important person in the Albany City School District, USCRI, Albany County Department of Social Services, the hospitals. The floors at the hospital all have her phone number in case the emergency room, labor and delivery, in case they get one of the Burmese people in, they need to contact someone. They'll call her or they'll call me to look for her. They're probably, every time I'm with her, someone is calling her, and she's happy to answer, and she will speak in any of the languages.
If the Karenni people, if they go to the hospital about the delivery the baby, so they call me, hospital call me for, I have to go there and translate for them. Yeah, because if they like a stomach pain or back pain, they don't know how to say, so the nurse asks her, I have to explain to her. So sometimes I do the hospital, sometimes if DSS need a meeting, they call firing, so I have to go, and sometimes I do for Karen, sometimes for the Karenni, sometimes the Burmese. In the school, if we have our meet, they have our New York State test, we have to translate for the kids. So start like for grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6.
Her daughter, following in her mom's footsteps, her 10-year-old daughter, translates at school. If there's an issue with the nurse, sort of on an emergency basis, she'll help out if they have an issue with a child. It's kind of interesting, they have sort of a head or a tribal leader. It's almost always, or is always, a man, but I have said to her I feel that it should be her because she's the one that speaks English and the other languages. And these tribal men do rely on her for learning the ways of the world. She has learned so much working in a hotel and working with American people that she's really the one that knows more about our culture than any other of the Karenni. She's like my second daughter. I speak to her almost every day, and I see her a couple days a week, because in order to help any of the people, I need to work through her.